अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम्.
Namaskar, welcome to the blog on the occasion of Krishna Janmashtami. One of the personality of Indian philosophy, Indian history or Indian Purana or maybe mythology, and the most popular personality is undoubtedly Shri Krishna. He is undoubtedly a Purna avatar. That means in one lifespan he had shown various types of personalities, or maybe he has become, he was so versatile in many things that one way we can see him as a great son, one way we see him as a mischievous boy, one way we see him a mature person. One way we can see he is teasing people, he is teasing some of the villagers. On the other hand, another part of life we can see he is a very mature guru and who is giving gyan or maybe the philosophical foundation to the entire universe. He has played multiple roles in his life, from a mischievous boy to a great son, to a great lover, to a great husband, to a great king, to a great prince, to a great Chakravarti, or maybe to a great friend, to a great brother, to the extent that the entire universe started singing the same song which he sung on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and that is Bhagavad Gita. We can call him with multiple names. We know he is called with many names. These names were taken appropriately by various personalities in his lifetime, and he was called with these names. We can see these names coming from Mahabharata, or these names are coming or appearing in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, or also in Bhagavad Puran. We will understand few of these names which are appearing in when he was called by few of the personalities. Also, he was called by Arjuna during the discourse of the Bhagavad Gita. Some of these names can be Madhav, Keshav, Krishna, Achyuta, Prabhu, Janardhana, Govinda, Rishikesh, Madhusudan, Keshinishudan, Varshneya, Bhagavan, Bhutabrut, Amitavikram, Anantavirya, Vasudev, Purushottama, Avyaya, Apratima Prabhava, Yogeshwara, Kala, and Sanatana Purusha. Multiple names have been seen of Shri Krishna. When Draupadi was getting disrobed and he was getting insulted in the court of Dhritarashtra, and she is getting disrobed by Dushasan, and everyone is laughing at her. There is no one to rescue her, not even her 5 husbands, and she calls Shri Krishna with the name Madhava. We will understand meaning of each of this name. He is also called as Keshava whenever there is a rescue which is needed by the bhaktas. Fondly he is called as Krishna, and very popular name. Whenever you want to have certain things which are steadfast, you call him with the name Achyuta. When you are distressed and you want to seek certain kind of guidance, you call him with the name Prabhu or Bhagavan. He is also called as Janardhana. He is called as Govinda. He is called as Damodara. Multiple names. Arjun calls him with the names Madhav, Keshav, Krishna, Janardhana, Govinda. Sanjay, when he was giving the narration to Dhritarashtra, Sanjay calls him as Bhagavan. We will understand what is meaning of each of this name. We'll start with the name Madhav. Krishna comes from the clan or the family of Yadus. That is why he is called as Yadava. Someone who comes from the family of Yadus. that is Yadav. Similarly, someone who comes from the family of Kuru is called as Kaurava. That is why Kuru, people who belong to that kind of family are called as Kaurava. The same connotation has been taken in the name Madhava. The ancestor of Shri Krishna was coming from a republic of Yadavas, and the ancestor person who started this kind of a republic, that is called as Madhu. And that is why he is called as someone coming from the clan of Madhu, that is called as Madhava. There is another meaning of this name. Whenever we call Madhava, then it is pure love which is coming from the mind of the Bhakta, because he is like a spring, and that is what then another name of spring is also Madhava, or the tree which has lot of flowers and which gives honey is also called as Madhava. The tree which is having lot of honey is called as Madhava. Bhakta wants to have that kind of love and affection, and that is why they call with the name Madhava. Or maybe someone who has taken the clan of Madhuvansha and taken it at the highest level in the lifetime, and that is why Shri Krishna is also called as Madhava. There are two aspects which we can see. One is a political aspect, one is a bhakti aspect in this particular name. There are any name of Shri Krishna has two aspects, or maybe multiple aspects, more than two aspects also. One is more mature or a political or more practical angle, and the other angle which is coming from the heart of Bhakta. And that is why whenever we take the name of Shri Krishna, in which connotation we are taking the name of Krishna matters a lot. When Draupadi called him as Madhava, she is calling him as someone who has taken and settled the kingdom of Madhu king. Now here I require your help, and it was not from the Bhaktas, but then it was as an order which is given by the Draupadi, because it was one of the duty of Shri Krishna to come and give that rescue and help to Draupadi. And that is why with lot of steadfastness and confidence that Draupadi had in Shri Krishna, she calls him, "O Madhava, come and help me." There is another name Keshava, or he is also called as Keshisudan or Keshinishudan in the Bhagavad Gita. Keshava, from the Bhaktas or beauty's point of view, it takes as an angle of someone who has long and beautiful hair. However, from the political and more mature angle, it is one who has destroyed the demon or maybe demon thoughts which were taken by Keshi Rakshasa, and that is why it was a king demon, Keshi, and Krishna had killed him and settled peace within that kingdom, and that is why he is called as Keshisudana. Sudana, meaning of Sudan, it's someone who makes it proper, puts it into order, or makes it into the order of the world. And Keshi Nishudana, Nishudan means someone who kills or who destroys, and that is why we know him with Keshava. One angle which is political, one angle which is bhakti angle or beauty angle. The beauty angle shows someone who has beautiful hair is Keshava, and someone has given order to the world which was destroyed by Keshi, and he has settled and given certain order into that. Most popular name of Krishna is Krishna. Again, we can have multiple angles and multiple aspects to this name. Krishna literally means black. However, there is another meaning which comes is Bhaktanam Hrudayanam Iti Karshati. That means the mind and the heart of the devotees gets attracted. Karshati means attracted, and that is what is Krishna. That is what it means. Parashar Rishi says, Bhaktanam Hrudayanam Iti Karshati Krishnam. And There is another connotation which comes, which is more practical, more mature, and to this land is Krish. Krish means agriculture, cultivation, and Na means someone who is involved into the agriculture and cultivation is Krishna. There is another story which comes when Krishna was born. It was midnight and the entire world was enveloped by eloped by the darkness, and that is why he became a light within that darkness, and that is why he is called as Krishna, someone who has dark complexion. We can also see the mud or the soil has a dark complexion, and that is why someone who is involved into this land of the people is Krishna with dark complexion, that is of the mud. He is also called as Achyuta. Achyuta means someone who cannot be shaken away. We have seen at multiple times he had in Krishna's life faced emotional circumstances or emotional situations. Certain time he has been seen social circumstances, someone who has seen political circumstances, somewhere he has seen relationship circumstances where it was very, very adverse to his life. And even in those adverse situations, who was steadfast, who was solid, and who had remained there as firm and not fallen is Achyuta. The name Prabhu means one who is a master, who is going to teach, who is going to guide. There is another name to this beautiful personality, that is Janardana. Ardana means restlessness, and someone whose presence is going to give you the calmful mind, or maybe who is going to take away the restlessness of your mind of the people, that is Jana, is called Jana Ardana. That means someone who is going to calm the restlessness of the people is Janardana. There is very beautiful name which is given to Krishna is Govinda. It means, it has two parts, Go and Vinda. Go means cow, and Vinda means someone who gains, who finds, who collects, who takes, and who brings, or maybe who makes them gather. Govinda means someone who relishes the time within the cow. We can understand how Krishna was deeply involved into people, and that is why he was popular. He was a person who was into agriculture, he was into cultivation, he was also into killing and setting up the order which is destroyed by multiple demon kind of kings, and he is also involved into day-to-day life of people with the name Govinda. Sanjay calls him with the name Bhagavan. There is a beautiful connotation to this Bhagavan. Van means someone who holds, and Bhagavan means someone who holds. The Bhagas are called as Bhagas. There are 6 Bhaga which have been mentioned by Indian philosophy. Aishwarya Samagra, Dharma, Yasha, Shri, Vairagya, and Moksha. Aishwarya means glory, Dharma means the power of holding, Yasha means fame, Shri means the skill or the special characteristics, and Vairagya means liberation, renunciation, and Moksha means liberation. The 4 names, first 4 characteristics of the Bhaga are Pravritti Pradhan. That means it is behavior oriented, it is extroverted. Aishwarya, Dharma, Yasha, and Shri, which can be seen by people. Vairagya and Moksha, which are Nivritti Pradhan. That means you have to introspect yourself and take yourself towards those highest aspects of the life. You can understand how beautifully this Bhagavan, 6 areas which have been given, which has similarity between the Maslow's need hierarchy. In the Maslow's need hierarchy, the base is physiological, then social, then societal, and then comes self-esteem and self-actualization. In this entire hierarchy, the similar way, the Bhagas are also taken as glory, holding power, fame, special characteristics, renunciation, and liberation. One who holds these all 6 qualities is called as Bhagavan. Later on we can also see Buddha was also called with the name or with this prefix Bhagavan Buddha. That means someone who is holding all these 6 bhagas. That is what is we can understand with the name Bhagavan. There is very popular name which is called as Rishikesha. Rishikesha means someone who has controlled all the senses. The vision senses, the hearing senses, the touch senses, the taste and smell. Visualistic, auditory, kinesthetic, gustatory, olfactory, all these senses have been controlled by someone is called as Rishikesh. We can also see few other names which have been narrated in Bhagavad Gita. Varshneya. In the same clan of Yadu and Madhu, there was one king, or maybe the protector of the Sangharajya of Yadavas, which was known as Varshne. And someone who is coming from the family of Varshne is called as Varshneya. Anantavirya is a very, very popular name among many philosophers of Krishna who believes in Krishna. Anantavirya means someone who has tremendous and unending energy and vigor. That is what meaning of Anantavirya. He is also called with the name Kala. That means he was there in past, he is there in present, he is going to be there in the future also. The space of the time is known with this name Kala. That means Krishna is that space of the time. When there will not be any time, then also this Kala is going to be there. And when there is Kala which is available or time which is available, then also we call it as Kala. That means it is a void, but within this void, this Kala is available. When it is not void, this Kala is available. It means all pervasive. Everywhere, every time, any time, past, present, future, this is going to be there. In South India, the second name is usually father's name. In the same way, Krishna has Vasudeva as his second name. That is, who is son of Vasudeva. Vasudev is his second name. Sanatana Purush is one another important name that we could see in Bhagavad Gita, which means the person who is everlasting. Since the beginning and since the end, this is going to be there. This personality is going to be there. There would be multiple personalities who would come. This whole world is going to get mesmerized with multiple personalities. But there are very few personalities who mesmerizes the entire humanity. We can name a few. Shri Krishna is one of them. Ram is another. Jesus Christ is another. Prophet Muhammad is one another personality which has mesmerized the entire world. In the same way, we could see Bhagavan Buddha or Mahavir. These are certain personalities who have given path to this world, and they have mesmerized the life of people. They have given lot to this society. And the most popular among all of these is Krishna. Undoubtedly, Krishna is one with multiple names and multiple forms. Whenever I study MBTI, there are 16 types of personality, and whenever I look at those personalities and I read through those personalities, any personality type I see Krishna, or the flavor of Krishna coming into that kind of personality. And that is why he is one who holds 16 personalities. Sola Kala has been held by that personality is no one but our lovely Krishna. Have a great Janmashtami and keep reading about Krishna, his life. You can take any angle. You can take an angle of bhakti or devotion. You can take an angle of politics. learn politics from him. You can take an angle of sociology. You can learn sociology from. You take an angle of diversity and inclusion. You can understand with many stories of Krishna how he has protected woman dignity, or maybe for that matter, not only woman dignity, transgender dignity, or maybe any other personality types that you see within the world, or even animals. He has kept that dignity of animal, people, and the thoughts within this society. You take this societal angle and read Krishna. You can take relationship angle and read Krishna. You can see him as an enemy and read Krishna. You can see him as a friend, as a philosopher, as a guide, and read Krishna. You will find everything which is needed to lead our life in beautiful and mature way in Krishna's life. Thank you so much for listening this vlog. Have a great Janmashtami.